Hello there, everyone. This is GTA Cinemas, and as we all know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a very ambitious game. And in this video, I want to list the things that I want from Red Dead Redemption 2 to be in the next Grand Theft Auto game, whatever game that is. It's probably going to be GTA 6, but here's my wish list for what GTA 6 should take from Red Dead 2.
What is wrong with you smoking in my house? You know, ever since that psychotic pal of yours turned up, you've turned into an even bigger asshole.
So, as you can see here, Amanda and Michael are talking inside their house, and as I know that I mentioned this in my other video, but I kind of feel like all the characters in GTA 5 aren't as good as like a lot of the other characters because I just they're just not that well developed, to be honest, and they're just not that interesting, and they don't have any motivations or anything, or just I just really like the Red Dead Redemption 2 characters a lot more, because like in Red Dead Redemption 2, the characters are very well developed, and they change throughout the story too, especially your protagonist Arthur Morgan. He actually changes throughout the story quite a bit. Like, here, listen to this clip that from this cutscene.
Hurt him, so the next time he opens his mouth, it is to tell us what is going on. Who am I kidding? One of O'Driscoll's boys couldn't open his mouth, but he'd tell a lie. Screw it. Let's just have some fun. Geld him. Yeah!
What's he doing? Where's he going?
Oh, don't worry. You're only balls, boy. Just gonna cause you trouble. You know, in Imperial Rome, eunuchs was among
As
the
you can
happiest.
see, the characters are all kind of interacting and forming a friendship, and this cutscene alone might not show a lot of either character development and all that. It shows that like Rockstar can make a very good characters in a video game, so that's what I'm trying to show for this reason, because again, the GTA 5 characters are pretty weak, and I'm not too sure why they were weak. Like, they're not that interesting. Like, Martin Madrazo really isn't that interesting of a character, and your antagonists aren't that interesting either. Like, nothing can beat Sonny Forelli or Big Smoke from the previous GTAs, so, yeah. The next thing that I think that should be a thing is more choices in the next GTA game, because I don't think GTA is Rockstar is ever gonna make a full-fledged RPG. I think that there should definitely be some choices throughout the story. Like, maybe they should do it like in Red Dead Redemption 2, where like you got some choices during certain missions and all that. Like, I'm not saying that you should have choices during every single mission, but some of the missions you should have choices, because like, yeah, there should just be choices. And also, I read this idea on GTA forums, and I kind of like it, about like, instead of the honor system being in the next GTA game, what they could do is they could just make it a respect system, so it's kind of like the San Andreas system, except that like like the gang that you're in, I kind of respects you more than if you do good things and all that. So I think that's definitely something that they should add in the next GTA game. A sort of honor system that kind of affects how people treat you, and like, yeah, it would just be kind of interesting if they did that for the next GTA game. So that's the only thing that I want. So, alright, and this is a minor thing that I don't want in any future Rockstar games. Instead, Rockstar, please, for the love of God, do not force any walking sequences inside of your games anymore, because they're really annoying, and I hate them, and I hate having to walk through camp in certain missions. Just please, for the love of God, remove it and let us use our weapons inside of safe houses. Please. Just stop with the restrictions. Just get rid of it. Please, for the love of God. So, that's another thing that I want. It's a minor thing, but it's still a thing. So, yeah. Another thing that I think that should be in the next GTA is a new setting, probably. Like, I know that Vice City seems like very likely to be in the next GTA, but I kind of imagine if they had like a new location in a GTA game, because I mean, it'd be cool if we could go back to Vice City in the 80s in Miami, Florida, expanded like maybe as like the Florida Keys in South America, whatever, and set in the 80s and HD graphics. That would be pretty cool, but wouldn't it also be kind of cool if we got to see a new location in a GTA game? Because I think that would be a pretty cool feature if we could see like a new location in a GTA game. So I think that would be pretty cool if we could do that. Like visit a new location. Or maybe you could even have like multiple cities, and then you can just travel to the multiple cities by the airport or something. Like I think that would also be a great idea if they Rockstar did that. So I think Rockstar just needs to do that next time for GTA. Another thing that I want in the next GTA game is that there should definitely be more interiors in this game, because it's disappointing that in GTA 5 you can't enter bars or anything like that. And then Red Dead Redemption, the original and the second one, you can enter saloons. Like, it's honestly absurd that you can't enter bars or nightclubs, and you can't like pick up girls at the nightclub. That would be sick in the next GTA game. So they need to add that. Something that needs to be added to the next GTA is a better law enforcement, because the law enforcement in Red Dead Redemption 2 is realistic, because it makes sense, because like in Red Dead Redemption 2 you could commit a crime, there could be a witness and all that, and then in GTA 5 you could kill like 5 people in Mount Chiliad, there could be no witnesses left from the incident, and the cops still know that you killed those people. Like, it just breaks the immersion so much in GTA 5, and it's a lot more realistic in Red Dead Redemption 2. So they definitely need to add the Red Dead Redemption 2 law enforcement stuff, and they need to add like the wanted posters and all that. Like, maybe you're still wanted or something after. I don't know. Something that would be cool in the next GTA is that if they had the NPC interaction from Red Dead Redemption 2, because in GTA all you can really do is go to an NPC, say something, and then they just run away or fight. Cause in Red Dead Redemption 2 you can start up conversations, so that would be pretty cool if you could do that in the next. I think the fighting definitely needs some improvement in GTA 6, because the fighting in GTA 5 is just very bad, and Red Dead Redemption 2 fighting is definitely superior, so they should add this fighting into the next GTA game. That's something they need to add. Um, Something that I want them to add in the next GTA game are some memorable moments, because in GTA 4, when you rob the Liberty Bank, or the Bank of Liberty, whatever you want to call it, in the three-leaf clover, it was like it was kind of sad to see like that person die, even though like you didn't really know them that well. It was still a little bit sad, but like I'm not gonna spoil Red Dead Redemption 2, but like it's kind of emotional sometimes when some people die in that game, and like I mean, I need to kind of add that in GTA 6 and stuff. Like they should make some characters end up dying off later on because, like, let's just be honest. Did we really cry at all during the GTA 5 story? There was three people who somehow, like, they somehow were rich by the end of the story, billionaires. They worked for the government. They worked for Madrazo Martinez. I mean, Madrazo. I forgot his last name, but Madrazo, the cartel boss, the Mexican cartel boss, and all that stuff. And they were pretty much all their problems were solved by the end of the story. All of their problems. And nothing sad happened. Unless you chose the sad options. Like, I don't understand that. Like, there should have been someone who died in GTA 5, but even if there was someone who died, it doesn't matter because the character development in GTA 5 is just honestly, it's not that good. I don't think anyone really cared about any of the characters. As if you care about one of the characters, then I just don't know what to say, because a lot of the previous games, Rockstar games, are better written than GTA 5. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely the best written story that Rockstar has ever made. So, that's what I think should be in the next next GTA game. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Oh, another thing that I think that GTA 6 should need is one single protagonist, because in GTA 5 there's three protagonists, and I think that since there's three protagonists, that kind of ruined the overall development of the characters, because the GTA 5 characters aren't that. Like, I mean, not the characters, but the protagonists aren't that interesting. Like, I mean, we don't get to know that much history about them except for Michael and all that. Like, but in Red Dead Redemption 2, we get to learn a lot about Arthur Morgan, his family, and all that, and we get to get connected to Arthur Morgan a lot more than we ever did with Franklin or Michael or Trevor, or maybe at least, please Rockstar, at least do a dual protagonist. Like, maybe do like the protagonist like maybe like how it was in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, except it's kind of better than that. Like, maybe it could be like one girl protagonist, one guy protagonist, and they kind of work together throughout the story. So, like, that would be pretty cool if they did that instead. Because, I mean, the three protagonist trio, like, it sounded cool at first, but, like, it didn't really work that well. Because, like, the three protagonists weren't that well developed. So, if they could do that in GTA 6, then that would be amazing, because Arthur Morgan is the best protagonist that they've written, and I think they can write another great protagonist if they only do a single protagonist in the next game. So that's something that I want. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and have a happy new year. Peace.